'cause we wanna hear about the not Franco, but the Japo-Russian War.
You got that backwards. Russo-Japanese War.
Russo-Japo. It's Russo-Japanese War,
Yeah.
where the Russians are dumb and the Japanese are dumber. It's
No,
the Russo-Japanese War.
Yeah.
Hey, Andres.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I broke Christian.
a little,
Yeah.
just a tad. All right, so
Listeners, I had an amazing song about this topic today that we just cut out because Corey ruined.
add it in post. Corey can't hurt you in post.
So you can try. When I was in high school, we had to do a thing. It was like in sociology class, like what?
Lick it.
Oh,
Lick it, lick
no,
the file.
You really
Everyone's
want-
done it, yes.
you really want
I
me to
wanna watch you
intentionally
do it.
lick this?
Yes.
Maybe
All right.
make it sexy.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, too much.
It's a little bitter.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Why
Tastes
is
like you would think.
why
The texture.
Oh, well, texture and taste are two different things.
Corey? Why is the table lifting up on your side?
Oh,
No, when I was in high school, it was in a sociology class, and we had to do like this thing where like play a song for the class to like mean something to you, and like me being me in high school, I was like, I'm gonna be cool. I like was like, you know,
which means you weren't cool.
Oh, no.
I was like, you know who these high schoolers could definitely appreciate like the musicianship of Tom Waits, and I played them a Tom Waits song. And if you've ever heard anything by Tom Waits, it is like met a hobo and he plays a bunch of music for you on Bones about like the drowned spirits of his family that were lost. He also was in Shrek 2. He did.
Was he?
He's
He was?
in a few movies. He was in that The Dead Don't Die.
What was he in Shrek 2? I don't care about the other ones.
Captain Hook. You know when they go to the bar and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like, I like my drink
Yeah.
with a little drop of. That's Tom Waits singing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He was in The Dead Don't Die. Did you see that with Bill Murray, Adam Driver, the zombie?
Yeah,
movie?
I couldn't. It
Wasn't good.
Yeah, it didn't suck me in at all.
He was the crazy man in the woods.
okay.
Yeah, and I think he might have been. Well, he was in Seven Psychopaths with Christopher Walken.
Oh, I still got to watch that.
I need to see that too, but he was one of the main characters in that. No, I need to see that.
Yeah.
but yeah. So I played.
It
This
had a
Tom-
really good cast.
It had an amazing cast. But if you wanted to just picture what was going on in this classroom, I played the video for Tom Waits' song "God's Away on Business," which is him dancing around an abandoned house with a bunch of emus. And I thought, oh, these kids would understand the nuance of a Tom Waits song. No, they all laughed at me.
I thought you were going to play the Shrek 2 soundtrack.
I like my own little drop of All-Star. Did you see the video of the fucking performance they did, Smash Mouth, where the lead singer was just destroyed?
No.
Trash. And like was just going off. Like at one point just doing like the high fucking Heil Hitler salute, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
He was up there, like someone was like in the crowd singing, and he like was like, "Stop singing!" They came here to hear me sing. At one point, just like he was like, "I'm done. You guys know the words." It was wild.
What the hell?
I have to find it and show
There's a
you.
reason they don't perform anymore.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why are we here? Why have we gathered today, boys?
I'm stuck.
We are here for another episode of the Dumb Trivia After Show.
What?
Yep.
What you
Yep.
mean? A third episode 3 of the Dumb Trivia After Show?
Episode 3 of the Dumb Trivia After Show.
What do you guys think so far of the after show?
Oh, whoa, Daddy, give me more information.
Don't,
Yeah,
Oh, God. I
mm.
want to vomit.
fill me up with your knowledge,
It's okay if you turn it off now.
Senpai.
Stop it. All right. So,
I think it's been pretty cool. I like the after shows.
Yeah.
I like Andres' crooning voice.
thank you.
Welcome.
I try.
It's so creamy. Oh, whoa. Senpai.
What are you saying? What is that?
It's something like anime people say. I don't know.
I've never watched
Are you
anime
guys
once.
are you just doing that because the Japanese are involved in today's topic?
No, actually, that was
The Japanese. I
Jap-
want some sushi. I want to go to Japan.
I'd like to visit Okinawa. We talked about this.
Yes, we did talk about this.
No, it was just cringe. By the way,
Oh,
That
okay,
was
cool.
cringe.
I did my job.
All right.
I like my talent. A little drop of cringe. Tom Waits. Weeaboo Tom Waits.
All right.
Andres, what do you got for us today?
So, today on the Dumb Trivia After Show, this episode of the Dumb Trivia After Show.
that's what we're doing.
Brought to you by
I don't have a sponsor this week.
Tom Waits.
Tom Waits.
Oh, Tom Waits. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom.
All right.
You're welcome, guys.
So,
Tom Waits.
for any of you listeners that listen to last week's episode of Dumb Trivia?
I did.
I did too.
Yeah, so you will know that today we're talking about the Russian Baltic fleet that sailed during the Russo-Japanese War.
The best Russian fleet, right? No.
Not the best Russian
I'm sorry,
fleet.
did I say best? I mean the worst.
Sure. I mean, they could have been the best Russian fleet ever, but then
That's
again,
true.
why would we come on to the after show and talk about the best Russian fleet that ever
If
set
you guys
sail?
could have seen Andres' like evil genius hands that just occurred.
So yes,
Something just happened inside of me, and I'm not sure what after watching you do that.
But
Yeah.
the table lifted up again.
But I like it.
all right. So we're going to talk about the journey that the Russian Baltic fleet took from the Baltic to the Tsushima Strait.
Now, is this war over them trying to get a warm water port still?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Always. Give them the warm water port.
always. So
What are they looking? What was it for?
a warm water port. We'll get into it when
Like port, as in like pulling your ship in.
correct that sort of port.
Literally, you can go back in every war Russia fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we got on tap. Let's jump into this void.
Yeah.
All right.
Until the void.
Do we have a theme song yet for the after show?
No.
Whatever I...
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
You're doing a great job,
With what exactly?
Andres.
You got-
Go ahead.
Thanks, Corey.
Okay. So,
I feel like my car is going to crash
yeah,
tonight.
Russian Baltic Fleet.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Russian Baltic Fleet, Russo-Japanese War, early 1900s. That's the timeline that we are at. So, for anyone that has studied Russian history,
What is happening, bud?
I'm getting back in the time frame. I'm squeezing my eyes so
I thought
tight
you
where
were
I
trying
see...
to poop.
I'm
Oh.
squeezing my eyes tight so I see dots like I have smallpox.
Jesus. All right. So for anyone who's studied, as we touched on earlier, for anyone who's studied Russian history since the very beginning of Russia,
I certainly didn't.
that's okay. Russia's history can be boiled down to two main points. First, it's cold, which comes in handy if you want to stop invading armies, but not so great for other things.
Look at you, Napoleon.
Yeah, exactly. And then but that also brings us to our second point, which is Russia has always wanted a warm water port. Yes.
3 points.
What's the third point?
Vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will mention vodka in today's episode, so stay tuned.
We will talk about kvass.
The what?
Kvass is fermented drink made with rye bread.
Oh, interesting.
I liked how you said everything else with a Russian accent, and then when you said rye, it was like very American.
Is fermented drink made with rye bread.
It's like one of those where you, like it inserts the voice.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, you know, I like a good sandwich made with a honey ham and rye bread with some sharp provolone.
Hey, we're calling to wish you, Andres, happy birthday.
All right. So, in this time frame, Russia is looking at a port called Port Arthur, which is located in China, just west of the Korean Peninsula. In 1900, Russia helped suppress the Boxer Rebellion, and And Russia sent troops in order to help suppress that rebellion, and basically just didn't leave.
It tracks for Russia.
Yeah. So instead, Russia began to fortify Port Arthur, and as well as the railway that leads to Port Arthur. Japan gets pissed, rightfully so, because that whole age of expansion thing, and everyone wants to influence other countries. So
I do think it's ironic Japan gets mad at them for being like expansionist, but like 30 years later.
yeah, yeah, a lot of that going around.
Do as I say, not as I do, Russia.
Yeah, lot of that going around. So obviously both nations are pretty pissed at each other. So they try to negotiate some sort of deal, but the talks go nowhere.
Well, yeah, because they don't speak the same language.
Well, that I'm sure is part of it. But bottom line, these talks last for 2 years and jack shit gets done.
Damn.
So I guess for whatever reason, whether Japan loses patience or had this plan going all along, they decide to attack Port Arthur.
Well, that's not nice.
Yeah, I know, right? And this kicks off the Russo-Japanese War. And somehow, some way, for a lot of different reasons that, for the sake of our purposes, we do not need to get into, Russia is getting its ass kicked by Japan.
Surprising.
Yeah, but so everyone's pissed off about it. So Tsar Nicholas II decides to mobilize the Russian Baltic Fleet to reinforce Russian units at Port Arthur.
Which is funny because we know how this ends, and we were like, that was a bad move.
Yeah, but not for the move that you would think. But first off, it's not. I mean, sending reinforcements in general, not necessarily a terrible idea, but in this case, it kind of is, solely because 3 continents stand in the way between the Russian Baltic Fleet and reaching Port Arthur.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Wait, what 3 continents?
Europe, Asia, and Africa.
Where do they go?
So they started the Baltic Fleet. They got to go around Europe, and then for a journey then they have to change their route a little bit and have to go around Africa and then
because the
up
Suez
Asia.
Canal wasn't a thing yet.
Oh, the Suez Canal was a thing, but we'll get into why they couldn't use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
He's blown away. Hands up.
yep.
Hands up.
So as I said, Russian Baltic Fleet got the orders to mobilize. So they have to travel about 18,000 miles to get to Port Arthur, which is going to take a while because not only because of distance but also because of logistics. We're still talking about a time in history where the ships are powered by coal.
Yeah.
So not a lot. So not the most fuel efficient ship ever, but also Russia does not hold any sort of bases or territories in either Africa or South Asia. So
They have to they have to get everything on board and take it in one go.
pretty much, yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, that is where. So that's part of the problem. Another problem being that since Russia doesn't have a warm water port, being a Russian sailor is essentially part-time / seasonal work. So the majority of the crew is a bunch of uneducated peasants and also poorly trained.
Especially in Russia. It gets cold.
Yeah, can't really practice naval maneuvers on ice.
Good job, Corey.
Thank you. I did good.
Yeah. So, but
Give him his cookie.
yeah, but regardless,
Give me the fucking cookie.
okay, calm down.
Sorry.
So, either way, Baltic Fleet set sail. And we immediately run into some problems. Shortly after they set sail, the flagship runs aground, and a destroyer rams into a battleship.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but as my high school military history teacher said, shake it off. And the fleet continues onward. After some time sailing, a large portion of the crew became hysterical over the notion that the Japanese Navy could attack them at any given moment, which would be plausible because they're at war with each other. Who knows what the hell's going to happen? That's part of the reason why. That's one of the many reasons why combat is so stressful is because just of the anticipation of something to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you would think that, it's justified that they would become hysterical about the Japanese potentially attacking them at any given
I
point.
feel like there's gonna be a butt here.
There's a couple of reasons. First off, you're sailing on the open ocean, so it's not like all of a sudden somebody's gonna come around the corner, guns drawn, and go, "Surprise, motherfucker!" So it's not you're not gonna have that sort of jump scare.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a surprise attack. You're gonna know they're coming.
Yeah. But the second reason, and this is probably the most important one here, when this hysteria hit, the Russian Baltic Fleet was sailing around Denmark. Yeah. This
So you mean to tell me they were on the other side of Russia?
Yeah, they were on the other side of Russia, still sailing around Europe, and everyone was freaking out that the Japanese are going to attack us at any given moment.
Vladimir, did you hear about the new Japanese ships? They walk on water. They're called cars. Holy shit, Igor!
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah, this hysteria took such a hold of the fleet that at one point, one Russian vessel sent out a signal saying it was under attack by 8 Japanese torpedo boats, when in reality, not a single other boat from any nation was around.
Aw.
Yeah, I know, right?
This was right after the revolution, too, 1919.
No, this was before. No, we're talking 1904, 1905.
Oh, 1904.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
this was 1919.
Oh, no. Little, yeah, this
I
war
was thinking
occurs
of
a
the
little...
guns from the couple episodes ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, moving on. The Russian Baltic Fleet is now approaching the coast of Britain in an area known as Dogger Bank, which is off the eastern coast of England, where the fleet encountered a small group of British fishing vessels on the night of October 21st, 1904. And wouldn't you guess it, that hysteria was still hitting the Baltic Fleet.
Oh, no.
So they freaked the fuck out and opened fire on these British fishing vessels.
No.
This incident became known as the Dogger Bank incident. During this incident, the Russians fired on these British fishing boats for a whopping 20 minutes before realizing they made an oopsies.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
I think oopsie doopsie, I made a fucky wucky
Yeah.
is probably...
Yeah, and it gets even more insane. Amid the chaos, one fishing vessel was sunk. 2 Russian ships were damaged, killing a Russian sailor and a Russian Orthodox priest in the process. Yes.
So you mean to tell me, maybe I'm jumping the gun,
Yeah.
the Russians suffered more damage?
Yeah. So yeah. Well. Yeah.
Did any English people die?
I think like maybe I think a few, but like nothing. It's not like again they're not.
But
well,
again, they still fought against fishing boats and suffered
Yeah.
damage.
and
is what you're
stuff. Yeah,
telling
yeah,
me.
yeah. They
A
say,
few boats suffered damage.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. To make matters even worse, and not exactly a inspiration for confidence, some Russian sailors armed themselves with swords, ready to repel boarding parties. Yeah. Other sailors curled up on deck and screamed out of fear. Yeah.
And again, nothing happened.
Yeah, and this is the Peace Day resistance of the Dogger Bank incident. One Russian battleship fired a total of 500 shots without scoring a single hit.
Wow.
So they're going to defend a bay against a country that is really just only Navy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, needless to say, Britain was pissed that the Russian Baltic Fleet fired upon their fishing vessels, so Britain actually revoked the Baltic Fleet's access to the Suez Canal.
I forgot.
So, the Baltic Fleet now has to sail around the entire continent of Africa,
Was
which,
that Cape of Good Hope?
yes.
Yeah. Good God.
Yeah.
So this was like a couple-year voyage.
Yeah, it took a while. It took a long while. We'll reconvene on dates once our story finally gets into Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once it finally gets out of Northern
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah, right.
If they get to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we? So the Russian Baltic Fleet finally starts making its way around Africa, and at one point was resupplied by a German vessel, or by multiple German vessels.
That was
We are
nice of them.
Yeah, we are talking about a huge fleet. And to gear up for the lengthy journey around the continent of Africa, the Baltic Fleet took on double the amount of coal, but they don't necessarily have the storage capacity to stow away this coal. So there were just piles of it on the decks of the ships. And
Igor, why is this wet coal not born?
Yeah.
As it's been raining for 4 days on this pile of coal.
yeah, there's also a more severe problem. Since
Black lung?
yeah,
Oh,
lots of sailors died of black lung.
what's it, just coal dust?
Yeah. I had to look it up just to be sure. It's basically you're just inhaling too much coal dust and your lungs can't fight it off.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jeez. So in an odd way, rain would have helped them.
Yeah, probably that would have suppressed the dust.
Yeah, that's what they used to do in coal mines.
Yeah, just
A sprinkler system.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Keep everything wet.
yeah,
There's a little bonus fact for you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because then also coal dust, highly flammable in enclosed environments.
That's true.
yeah.
That's true, Corey. You down a lot of coal mines.
I went into a coal mine once. You ever do that tour? Like,
No, I need to.
No, that scares the shit out of me.
I did it.
Yeah.
When I was younger, they gave you a hard hat and everything.
Did you see the Miner 49er?
They had fake dynamite so the kids could press the plunger thing down. And
Oh, that's cool.
Like exploded. That was fun.
Until the day the intern put the real dynamite down there.
Right.
Our sailors round the Cape of Good Hope, and the Baltic Fleet finds themselves just off the coast of Madagascar. And
I hear they have talking animals there.
yes,
I hear they
Yes,
like
they
to
do.
move it.
yeah. Speaking of animals, in order to boost morale a little bit, Command allowed crew members to roam the island and bring some animals back on board.
So you mean to tell me this group of men who just almost died fighting British vessels were going to have free room of a most...
Oh,
Not
no,
just
they've-
British vessels.
Shit.
Fishing
Yes,
vessels.
Yeah,
Fishing.
yeah.
We're going to have free room of a probably at this point still mostly tamed
Yeah.
wilderness.
Yeah, yeah.
No one died, right?
Not that I know of. but,
Honestly, the W I wasn't expecting.
yeah,
I was
Yeah.
really hoping King Julian would
I
mess
know,
some of
right?
them up.
yeah. So,
Real
but-
quick, if you get a chance, you need to go into like the Madagascar Wikipedia. There's some weird shit about that one character Mort from the TV show where he like killed his grandma and is like
that's canon.
canonically is like a deity. It's weird.
Oh,
Oh, what?
Yeah,
oh, that is weird.
I don't know if somebody like was like messing with the Wikipedia thing or like the wiki for it, but like canonically, like they give like episode references and everything is like a deity. It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, continue.
Just something to keep in mind here. We're talking about a fleet that, we're talking about a group of ships, so you can only bring so much supplies with you. And on top of that, they haven't fought the Japanese yet. And they decide to bring a bunch of exotic animals on board. Animals that the crew brought back with them include crocodiles, chameleons, parrots, one of which was gifted to the fleet admiral and ended up learning how to swear.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Also among the highlights of these animals is a venomous snake that the crew taught to drink vodka. Yeah.
I don't know how you teach a snake to drink vodka.
No, I don't know either, but apparently they did it. All of these animals roamed the ship's decks freely, and the chameleons would often become lost to the crew members due to the chameleon's excellent camouflage abilities.
Due to the chameleon being a chameleon.
Yeah.
Did anybody die from the snake?
I think somebody got bit, but I don't remember if anybody died.
Honestly, impressive.
Yeah, I know, right?
What about
Yeah.
this crocodile? I imagine it didn't last long.
I don't think it lasted long either.
No.
Because, it is even...
Saltwater animal.
Yeah.
It probably drinks saltwater. You drink saltwater.
Maybe, I don't know. Or I know
least
that
you are on the ocean.
I know that. I'm pretty sure a freshwater crocodile does not thrive in salt water, and possibly vice versa.
You are correct. Also, a freshwater crocodile is an alligator.
Oh, okay.
Did you know alligators like marshmallows?
No, I didn't.
Do you know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile other than the saltwater freshwater thing?
Isn't it the shape of the snout?
You see one later, and
Oh,
Another after a while. You're
Yeah.
correct.
Right.
wait, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get.
Yeah, no, they like marshmallows. I fed one in New Orleans.
Oh, nice.
Oh, New Orleans. We had very different experiences.
Yeah.
Went on a swamp tour, and
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get to go.
crocodile named Baby,
Aww.
That's adorable.
and they like marshmallows.
And tourists who feed them marshmallows.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
not totally convinced it was a person in a crocodile suit, but you know,
He's like, I'm a crocodile. He's like, I can talk. I'm like, yeah, you know, these
Yeah.
New Orleans
not-
swamp games, like, talk.
I'm not a human. I'm a crocodile.
Like, I thought they were alligators.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm an alligator.
Yeah. All right. So
How much you pay for that tour?
enough. Yeah. So after leaving Madagascar, as you might know, the Baltic Fleet's approaching Japan. So the admiral of the fleet decided to run some shooting drills in a albeit futile attempt to hone the crew's shooting skills.
Okay.
The fleet's target was being towed by one of their own ships. Now, if you remember the Dogger incident, you'd be correct in saying that this drill produced a lot of misses, but it did manage to land one hit, but not the target.
On the ship.
The ship towing the target.
oh
my God.
no,
Yeah. The outlook's not looking good for our Russian Baltic Fleet here.
I mean, I'm going to go on a limb. Now, I've never shot a heavy cannon on a ship.
Yes.
I feel like it's still not that hard to miss a ship you're not supposed to hit. Like, they're big.
Yeah, you would think.
yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a ship.
We should go try.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I hear if you join the Navy,
Yeah.
you
Today's
might have the
episode is
opportunity-
sponsored by the United States Navy. United States Navy, accelerate your future.
Get 10% off your enlisting application with coupon code Dumb Trivia. Navy, we'll see you there.
Navy,
Yeah.
it's like a Beach Boys song.
On the poop deck.
Finally, after months of sailing and closing tens of thousands of miles, our Russian Baltic Fleet finally arrives off the coast of Japan, sailing through the Tsushima Strait in late May 1905.
And they started when?
I didn't give a start date, but when they got to Britain, with the Dogger Bank incident, that was the night of October 21st, 1904. So we're talking
A little over a year. Or under.
just under a year. Yeah,
So they've been
Jeez.
sailing for a while.
yeah, they have been sailing for a while.
So they're experienced now, right?
I mean, at least sailing, yeah. You would think. So while sailing in the dead of night, the rest of the fleet doused their lights, except for a Russian hospital whose lights remained burning in accordance with the rules of war. The Russian hospital ship comes upon an actual Japanese vessel, and the crew of the hospital boat believes it's Russian.
Oh, throwback to the
Yeah, so yeah, this is what I was talking about. So the hospital boat communicates with the Japanese vessel, warning it of the close proximity of the rest of the Russian Baltic Fleet, prompting the Japanese fleet to attack the Russian Baltic Fleet the next morning.
Oh my god.
This ensues the Battle of Tsushima Strait. The battle is a godforsaken bloodbath for the Russians. And it's such an overwhelming victory for Japan. 4,000 Russians are killed, another 6,000 are captured. Just for some
Jesus.
comparison, less than 200 Japanese are killed in the battle.
Hey, we rescind our sponsor. Don't join the Navy. It sounds terrible.
We never said which nation's navy.
Any Navy.
I get seasick.
I get.
Yeah, that's
I
my
get,
biggest problem.
I get gore and carnage sick.
I think that's just called sick.
Yeah, I don't want to see people
Yeah.
die.
But yeah, this battle effectively ends the Russo-Japanese War and pushes Russia to begin peace talks.
Yeah, I bet it did.
I bet
yeah.
it did.
Yeah, so all the L's for Russia for the entirety of this war.
Jesus.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all. So yeah, that's the summarized story of the Russian Baltic Fleet's journey to Port Arthur.
Started out so funny.
Wow.
I know, right?
It really ended bad.
It was
What
Russians.
a bummer.
Yeah, so
Sick the vodka.
yeah, so let's wrap things up here. So what have we learned today? Training matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have some military bases around the world for the benefit of your Navy.
Okay.
Would be a little bit easier to resupply everything. This is a big one here. Do not piss off the British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't. They'll revoke some stuff from you, and by golly, once you know it, they control a lot of shit.
Yeah, but think about it. If you didn't piss off the British, you would have never gone to this Madagascar and got all those fun animals.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
those
true.
Poor animals died in the battle, too.
If they didn't, if they survived the journey for a thousand different reasons.
Yeah, honestly, they were feeding the snake vodka. I don't have much faith in those animals making it.
Yeah.
Those animals didn't make it a week.
Also, exercise some fire discipline and
Yeah.
do not shoot your friends.
Unless you lose dumb trivia.
Unless you
unless you lose dumb trivia. That's the only with a non-lethal shooting implement. That's the only time it's acceptable.
Did you know World War II never ended for Russia and Japan?
Yeah, apparently they're still going. They never signed some peace treaty or whatever.
There's an island over dispute that I think Russia is in control right now.
Oh, really?
And Japan claims ownership.
That's funny.
I really don't get why they would want ownership in that part of the world, because I mean we are talking about near the Bering Sea, so
I know.
It's just a dick swing.
Exactly.
probably it's
But,
got to be.
The worst part about it is it's a dick swinging battle with a country that didn't have a standing army until 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Ah.
maybe that's what
Whatever.
Japan's waiting for.
Yeah, if that's what World War III is over.
As George Carlin once said, people are fucking goofy.
People are fucking goofy. A couple more points here. Looking for a new pet? Maybe try Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might find some fun ones there. And lastly, much like Wu-Tang Clan, 1900s Japan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Andres, I love your recaps.
Thank you.
They're very enjoyable.
You guys got anything you want to add on this whole thing?
No.
No.
No?
That was a doozy of a story.
That
That
was
was
a doozy.
That was a doozy of a story.
Ups and
I think it's
downs.
funny that they got scared and they never really even left Russia.
That is the best part. The worst part about it is that's the funniest part.
Yeah.
know.
Just the ending is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Honestly, saw it coming, though.
Yeah. I'm surprised Russia didn't try to surrender faster in that battle. I feel like
you know why they couldn't surrender faster in that battle? They were still sailing around the world.
How many ships did they have out? Did you say? Was it only one?
No, it was like an entire fleet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think it was like
There's a lot of people.
oh yeah, it's
you
oh
lost
yeah.
6,000 and you captured 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's on
No, you
No,
flipped it. 4,000
four
dead,
died,
captured
6,000.
6,000.
Yeah, and it wasn't just 4,000. It's probably more. They just didn't have a count of everybody because
Prob-
they sunk ships.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's we're talking
a lot.
Yeah, we're talking for both sides. We're talking massive fleets.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're talking battleships, destroyers, auxiliaries, maybe some.
Smaller boats.
Yeah, I was gonna say destroyer escorts, but I'm pretty sure that was strictly an American World War II Navy thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, but still, it's
Like
like
Greyhound.
like Greyhound. Yeah,
That was a good movie.
that was a good movie. Yeah.
We watched it together.
Yes, we did. Yeah. What is it? I think I've got a question about U-boats in the works. So stay tuned for that.
Say spooky.
No.
Oh, you were to say spook.
I thought it was too. So unless you guys got anything else to add, shall I go into sign-offs?
Yeah, I think so,
I think
bud.
so.
All right. Well, that's the end of episode 3 of the Dumb Trivia After Show. both of you, Christian and Corey, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for telling us about
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. Sources
Thank you.
sources used in this episode include YouTube channel Blue Jay and Wikipedia. To keep up with regular and irregular happenings concerning our podcast, you can follow Dumb Trivia on Instagram at dumb_trivia. Send us a listener-submitted question of the week via email to dumbtrivia@gmail.com. Please put the name of the host you wish to have read your question in the subject section of the email, whether it be Corey, Christian, or Andres. Also, before I forget, we did get a Facebook.
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah, searched for...
Wait. We didn't get a Facebook. We got a Meta page.
Oh, we got a meta page.
got a
That's
meta
right.
page.
They haven't officially changed things over yet, so Facebook is still a liable
I
title.
don't think they're changing Facebook. I think it's the company.
Okay. Oh, is that what's going
Yeah.
on? Okay. I only heard about it like at the time of this recording, so yeah. Well,
Well, Charlie did something wrong.
Yeah, I just heard
no.
apologize to your mother.
yep. He's
Talking to the dog.
Yeah.
Just like that girl I told you about.
Yeah.
See, you weren't listening
yeah.
to things I saw in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You were on
He
your
was
phone.
yeah. That's right.
That was like
You're
2
embarrassing.
weeks ago.
You're embarrassing me. Stop it. Yeah.
last week.
Yeah. What else is there that I need to wrap up here? Did I say
Instagram and
John-
Facebook.
Oh, Instagram and
Yeah.
Facebook. Oh, okay. So in that case, you can also send us your general questions, comments, and suggestions to dumbtrivia@gmail.com. We would love to hear from all of you, even if you just want to say hi.
Say hi,
Yeah.
please. I'm
Yeah.
lonely. Any
We all are.
shout outs this week?
No, not this week.
Thanks again, Nate.
Yeah.
Shout out to
April for
we give April too much credit.
yeah.
Shout out
to April for giving us new management.
Shout out to if you're a listener in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Midwest.
we
Hey,
got a lot.
Midwest.
We got a lot of those. I saw
we?
that. Yeah, we got a couple in North Dakota.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, a couple of where. What else is there? I want to say there's at least a couple in Iowa or somewhere.
Shout out to those Cornhuskers.
Yeah, I don't have the stats in front of me, but yeah,
Okay.
shout out to our Midwest audience.
Very nice.
Yeah, please email us or send us a DM on the Instagram page. We'd love to hear from all of you.
Or like Pony Express. I don't know what they got out there.
Well, I mean,
I think they do have the internet.
They do?
yeah,
I think they
at least
just got it, but I think they have it.
Okay, good. I thought
Yeah.
somebody was like recording these on like a cassette tape for them or like a phonograph.
They were last week. And
Okay.
They just
Oh,
switched
thank
over.
God. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
they're slowly but surely upgrading the place.
Okay, good.
What else is there? For the uninformed, all advertisements on Dumb Trivia and the Dumb Trivia After Show are satirical in nature, and many of which are made up off the cuff at the time of recording. Any persons, products, or companies mentioned in these advertisements are not officially affiliated with Dumb Trivia.
The
Let me-
Navy,
I was-
please,
Yeah.
please don't sue
Let
us.
me
Yeah.
reiterate: the United States Navy has no affiliation with us, nor do
Yeah.
we condone actions nor affiliations with the United States Navy.
Yeah.
But do make sure you mention Dumb Trivia when you're enlisting to get 10% off that enlistment fee.
Yeah.
Satire parody. Satire parody.
Yeah. That being said, any companies that wish to sponsor episodes of Dumb Trivia or the Dumb Trivia After Show, please send us your inquiries to dumbtrivia@gmail.com.
And we promise we'll take your ad seriously.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
will.
We
You
absolutely
heard,
will.
You heard us, United States Navy.
Satire parody. Satire parody.
Yeah. Christian, you can be found on Instagram and Twitter at Crimbus Rimbus, and
Aye.
everyone check out his album Until the Void at untilthevoid.bandcamp.com. Also, he has his album available on Spotify as
yes.
well.
And stay tuned for his new Christmas album coming out.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Death.
I was about to say.
Ooh, now I'm excited.
It's
Yeah.
all jingle bells, but like
Death.
black metal jingle bells. It's
Yeah.
or death metal jingle bells.
Ooh. Okay. You have my attention.
Yeah.
Corey,
Yeah.
you can be found on Instagram at CoreyW099.
You bet your sweet ass I can.
Beautiful. And you can find me on Instagram at There's No Way This App Will Last.
Maybe one day that will be like a non
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense of a
Yeah.
Find us on all of the meta platform.
Yeah.
I guess Instagram's in the metaverse.
it
now.
is.
It's in the meta world.
It
It's
is.
just like a dumb like Marvel movie
Yeah.
thing.
But bottom line, send us your trivia questions. Tell us any comments, questions, or suggestions you have for the show.
Just tell us. Say hi.
Yeah, say hi, all that good stuff. You know, the one thing that we really haven't really gotten started on yet is a huge base of fan interaction. So we want to hear from all of you. Please,
true.
again, even if all you want to do is say hi, we'd love to hear that you're listening.
I will say hi back.
Yeah, I really enjoy interacting with people who listen to the show, and like I love when people are like, "Oh, I really like it, and I like this episode and this fact, and blah blah blah." And did you know this? Like, it's cool. Like,
It tickles me when I get texts
Yeah.
from friends and people saying that they listened and they were laughing at this one part, and
Yeah.
it really does. It tickles me down to my core,
Yeah.
like
and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's definitely reaffirms for us that we're doing a good job and that we got listeners out there.
Give us a like, subscribe,
tell your
rate
friends,
us.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your
coworkers.
cat, tell your dog. Just tell
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, I think we're available on all podcast apps, pretty much
We
except
are.
Pandora.
No, you know what? I have to go check. I haven't checked that in a
Yeah,
If
I
you're
thought-
listening to podcasts on Pandora, we don't want your view
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
You
But
can ask Alexa to play us.
You can.
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
If you say, "Hey
Yeah.
Alexa, play Dumb Trivia
Yeah.
podcast," and she'll be like, "Okay, here you
Playing.
go, fam."
Dumb
Yeah.
trivia. So you can be like, and you know what? The CIA agents who have that tap are also gonna be like, "Oh, these guys are cool."
Yeah.
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 Your CIA agent.
CIA, FBI, NSA, send us an email. Let us know how we're doing.
Sneaky tricks, MI6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got.
any foreign intelligence agents assets.
Yeah.
Satire parody. Satire parody.
Make sure you check us out on Patreon.
Oh my God, maybe one day.
Yeah, one day.
Ugh.
We still got to talk about that, but one day.
Yeah.
One day. All right. So.
Until then, George Rosa is funding us. So thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks, George. Thank you for the new.
This episode is brought to you by the letter G.
I hope you enjoy our new microphones where you can really
Yeah.
just hear our will to live actually increase with each episode.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
George, if you could please send the check for that. They were expensive.
Yeah.
The invoice has
Yeah.
been in the mail for quite some time.
I'll have my people call your people.
Yeah, the people we loan money for really were. We need Andres to have all of his fingers. Let's just say that.
Yeah. He's already missing 2.
Yes.
Yeah. It's getting hard to type.
Won't tell you which ones, but if you sign up for Patreon,
Yeah.
you
We'll
can
s-
see.
Well, see, we have the severed fingers.
Yeah.
We put googly eyes on him. Andres hates it.
Oh no, it's kind of hilarious. It's like this weird. Character now.
Hi, Andres. Used to be on your hands.
Great to have you here. It's like you've been next to me all my life. All right.
Please, Andres, we're rotting.
Hold on. Let me end this.
Hold on.
Let me end this episode first. So this has been episode 3 of the Dumb Trivia After Show. Corey, Christian, as always, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We shall rally once again for episode 4. Corey, take us home.
I'm sweaty.
Roll the outro.
Yeah.
It's Dumb Trivia, where the questions are dumb and the hosts are dumber. It's Dumb Trivia. You'll probably learn a lot of things you didn't want to discover. You don't win anything, but that's alright. You can look down on your buddies with your bragging rights. Hang with Corey, Andres, and Christian too. They're best friends, now they're friends with you. Knowing nothing is the only criteria. Come on, it's Dumb Trivia.